This is the Titleist ProV1 2023 model. This is the Titleist ProV1 left dot, circa 2014. Now Titleist tells me that the ProV1 left dot technology is actually incorporated into the Titleist ProV1 2023 model. In today's video, we're going to put these two balls head to head with putting, chipping, full wedge shots, mid-iron shots, and of course driving. I want to see how these two stack up. The two balls are three-piece construction, so they're similar in almost every single aspect with the exception of that dimple pattern and of course the internals for the ProV1 2023. Now the differences in the two balls: the ProV1 has 388 tetrahedral dimples compared to the 352 on the ProV1 left dot. The left dot is basically a ProV1, but it's a customized performance option. ProV1 left dot is designed to fit a specific player profile. Tony Finau uses this ball on the PGA Tour. He did not switch to the 2023 ProV1 as I understand it. He's sticking with the left dot. Why is he choosing to play a ball that is 10-year-old technology? Is it better for his game particularly, or is the ball just better overall? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get this driver test cooking. ProV1 2023, this is my current gamer. I'll be hitting this first. This averages about 306 in the wintertime. It is kind of cold, high 40s, and it's damp, so I don't expect a ton of rollout. But if we can get around that 306 mark, that should be consistent with what I've been hitting this current gamer. Nice high little draw there. It should be right out in the center of the fairway. All right, I got the ProV1 left dot here. We're gonna try to hit a similar shot. Ball came out in 2014, designed to be a lower spinning, lower flight option. Let's see if that translates in the driver. Sent that one off to the right, but distance looks good. So we'll go up there and we will measure the two and see what we come up with. All right guys, so here we are at the Titleist ProV1 left dot. I hit this one right. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the shot tracking app that I'm using to see what my distance would be. This is telling me that my drive was 304 yards for the ProV1 left dot. Now I'm gonna go walk over here and see where the ProV1 ended up total distance wise. I like this one better because it's in the fairway. I think I just left the face open a little bit on that drive. Got a little overexcited, I guess. But we'll check the distance difference here. So at the ProV1, are you ready? Dun, da, 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 300 yards. So believe it or not, the Titleist ProV1 left dot actually went 5 yards further. I'm going to attribute that to the lower spin that the ProV1 left dot has compared to the ProV1. I also hit a baby draw with the ProV1, and draws typically go farther than fades. Another test I want to do is the mid-iron green hold test, if that is even a test. It is in my channel. What I've got here is a par 3, 178 yards to the pin. It's cold, it's damp, it's in the 40s. Normally I'd hit about a 7-iron here, but I'm going to go with a 6-iron. I'm going to see what kind of characteristics we can get out of the two balls. Going to hit the ProV1 first. I like to try to draw it on in there a little bit, and then we'll go with the ProV1 left dot. I was really surprised about the driving distance. I thought the ProV1, the faster core, was going to take it. All right, here we go, guys. 6-iron. See if we can't draw this on in there and hold that green. All right, didn't really draw. I'm seeing a very high ball flight with my 6-iron, and it is on the green and is held. Now we're going to go ahead and go with the ProV1 left dot. The intention is to try to draw this ball in there. If not, as long as it holds the green, I'm happy with that. I'm curious to see if the trajectory is actually going to be any different from the ProV1. Titleist says this is supposed to be a lower flying ball, especially with your irons. Here we go. Trajectory looks about the same. I didn't hit that one great. Looks like it struck on the green though and held, so that's awesome. Let's go see what we look like up there. All right, the left dot is the clear winner here. Look at this shot. Look at how close we are to the pin there. Struck and rolled back probably about 3 feet. It is into an upslope. Super impressed with that. The Titleist ProV1 though, I'm not sure where it's at, and I just found it. I flew the green. You can see that it is right there. Wow, way overcooked that. So I don't know, maybe there's something to the higher energy core with the ProV1 than the ProV1 left dot, especially with the iron play. So far I've been very impressed with the ProV1 left dot. Is it gonna fit everyone's game? Not exactly. You have to be a very specific player, high spin, high speed, to get the most out of the golf ball. So far, distance-wise, the ProV1 left dot had it on my drive, but the ProV1 had it on my iron play. So it's kind of interesting seeing the comparison between those two. All right, so next test is a 100-yard wedge shot here with the ProV1 left dot and the ProV1. We're gonna see what kind of spin and action we get. Aiming for the center of the green, the pin's a little bit forward on this one, so really just interested to see how these two balls react for this full wedge shot. Here we go. ProV1, shot tracer on. Ooh, short. And I got a little bit of spin out of that. Okay, well, I must have hit that one a little thick. I'm gonna go ahead and try the ProV1 left dot here. Hit that one a little bit to the right, but it should be on. Okay, that struck and rolled back quite a bit. Now that is into a bank there. I wasn't quite expecting that much spin. Here what we're gonna do is a 50-yard wedge shot to see what kind of spin we can generate with the ProV1 left dot compared to the ProV1 2023 model. Kind of flighted in there, so it'll be interesting to see. It's definitely short. Have to see how that goes. Now we've got the ProV1 left dot here. That one struck a little bit better. Be interested to see what that looks like when we get up there. So I actually came up short with the ProV1. You can see right there, there's the ball. That's where it struck. So I had a little bit of a release with that ball, but let me tell you, the ProV1 left dot, pretty impressed with. Okay, here we go. You can see there is the strike and there's the release. Now I flighted that wedge and that is roughly about 8 to 9 feet release. Now these greens are wet and it's damp out and cold out. So during the hot, dry months, you're gonna have to be very careful with spin, managing spin on the ProV1 left dot. It's gonna release a lot more. So that may benefit you if you're that type of player that likes to release the ball to the pin instead of stopping and bringing it back, or trying to throw darts like the ProV1, which is like a one-hop stop. The ProV1 left dot does have a little release, which it's doing exactly what Titleist says it's going to. Now we're going to see what kind of roll we get when we just do a little soft chip. See what kind of rollout we get. We'll start with the ProV1. All right, so not bad there. Not bad at all. This is a 58-degree wedge. So we'll go ahead and try the ProV1 left dot, see what kind of spin we get. That one landed a little bit further. Definitely has a lot more release though. Spent a lot of time with them on the putting green. Sound and feel is very similar. I'll go ahead and insert a sound clip for the ProV1 right here. And now we're gonna do the ProV1 left dot. So you can see that the balls sound very similar. If anything, ProV1 left dot is maybe slightly harder, and that could just be me. So there you have it. We tested the ProV1 2023 model against the ProV1 left dot made in 2014. That's when it was originally released. And I don't see a huge difference between the two. I do see a slightly lower trajectory off of the majority of clubs. I'm seeing slightly less spin into the greens, a little bit more release. But overall, are you gonna notice it enough to spend $180 a dozen if you buy them off of eBay? No, at least I cannot. I'm sure at the professional level, Yes, they see a big difference. That's probably a big reason why Tony Finau stuck with the ProV1 left dot compared to going to the 2023 ProV1. Now, if you're really interested in where you fall in the Titleist ball lineup, I suggest that you go and do a Titleist professional tour ball fitting. And that's really going to tell you where you fit. If you're real serious about your game, you like the Titleist product, and you want to find out what ball fits your game best. If you guys want to see more golf gear reviews, check this playlist out right here. Thank you so much for watching.